What is going on, world? Welcome back once again. My name is ZacNovak and this is ZacNovak Plays Games. Well, again, ZacNovak doesn't upload, which, yeah, I actually have a good kind of reason this week. Some things have happened and, yeah, let's just say that I might be stuck with the injury that I have for a lot longer than I kind of thought. But let's not go into information or details about that because today's video is XUR'S location and inventory. So roll the intro, go into it, and I hope you do enjoy. Alrighty, so getting straight into today's video, XUR is chilling at the tower, hanging in the tower hangar. Let us go see if the technical bastard actually has anything good this week. It is a surprise because I have not looked at his inventory at the time. So, fingers crossed, it is something good. Let us see. Well, okay, this week in itself, it's not horrible, but it's not excellente either. Let's start things off with the good old Aeon Swift gauntlets, the exotic gauntlets for the hunter or huntress. 23 legendary shards for this. Very underused, not very good exotic. Main perk on it is actually called Aeon Energy. Dodging grants the following to nearby Aeon cult allies, people that are actually wearing Aeon gear. Grenade energy to warlocks, melee energy to titans, and dodge energy to hunters. Other people actually just get a fraction of the shared energy. That in itself honestly is pretty nice. These things look very, very unique, but they really aren't that great. Pick them up if you have not got them though to finish off your collection. 23 legendary shards. Moving on though. Next up, we've got ourselves the good old Eye of Another World, 23 legendary shards for this warlock exotic that I really freaking like, mainly because it just looks really freaking cool. Cerebral Uplink is its main perk, highlights priority targets, and improves regeneration speed of your grenade, melee, and rift abilities. This thing in itself honestly is very unique, honestly looks really freaking cool, and if you actually chuck on the ornament that comes from, well, this in itself actually is from a while ago. This is the future war cult variant of the actual helmet, and it looks freaking honestly really cool. I honestly really freaking like this just because it looks aesthetically amazing, and in itself it's not really horrible. Pick it up if you have not got it. Once again, 23 legendary shards for your warlock, the Eye of Another World. Next up though, we've got ourselves the Dune Marchers for the Titan. 23 legendary shards for this exotic that's freaking exotic. Main perk on it is actually called Linear Actuators. Increases sprint speed. Sprinting builds up a static charge, as well as, and then after melee attacking an enemy, that charge will chain damage to nearby enemies. This thing itself honestly is really freaking beastly, and it definitely honestly is a lot of fun in both Crucible and PvE. This thing actually comes in handy in a lot of situations and looks pretty freaking cool, I do have to actually state, especially with the ornament on it. It reminds me of some sort of Space Ranger type. I don't know what it freaking reminds me of, but it looks cool. Once again though, 23 legendary shards. Pick this up if you have not got it. Once again, Titan. Anyway, also stats, 50 total, 52 and 47. So yeah, Aeon Swift not very great. Eye of Another World not horrible. Dune Marchers, meh, they're okay. Next up though, finally finishing these off, we got ourselves the Sunshot. 29 legendary shards for this really fun exotic hand cannon that I have loved since it first was released way back in the start of D2. Main perk on it is actually called Sunburn. This weapon fires explosive rounds and highlights targets that take damage from Sunshot. That, with its intrinsic or secondary perk I should say, is Sunblast. The trait is targets killed with Sunshot explode into solar energy. In other words, they just go boom and enemies around them take damage. This thing itself honestly is really freaking nice, really freaking beastly. It looks pretty freaking cool with Dead Dwarf or Red Dwarf on it. I said Dead Dwarf, I don't know why. Anyway, next up we've also got the Quark Star, which in itself I think it's amazing. This thing honestly looks really freaking cool. I honestly really like this weapon. Pick it up if you have not got it. If you actually need to add it to your collection, this is the perfect time to pick it up. 29 legendary shards. Next up though, finishing things off, We've got ourselves the 5 of Swords challenge card. This allows you to make your challenging nightfall more challenging by adding challenging challenges or already challenging challenge that exists within that nightfall. Those challenging challenges actually have challenging modifiers in between each of them. So if you want to actually do more damage with Void, do you want to do more damage with Arc, do you like the flavor of Solar, do you want to go around and actually get your health after you kill enemies, do you want to actually get your health only when you actually run, do you want to actually only be able to pick up ammo from certain enemies? Well, this thing allows you to add those challenging challenges already challenging challenge that exists within that challenging nightfall with those challenging modifiers. That in itself makes it more challenging, and the loot in itself comes out with more challenging kind of drops in itself. In other words, you get better loot, better fun, and have all around a lot more fun. Mainly because this thing in itself allows you to tail my nightfalls. It's pretty cool. Next up though, and finally finishing things off, we have ourselves the Isochronal Engram, aka the Fated Engram. No, Bungie changed the name, but that's right. It's just called the Exotic Engram. This will contain a new exotic you don't actually own from the collection. If you actually have anything available to get from the collection, go ahead and actually, pick this up. I myself am quickly going to switch to my Titan because I want to see if I can get this on my Titan. Alright, now let us see, can I actually get Phoenix Cradle from the actual exotic engram that Zor is, selling? I highly doubt it. Pretty much only think that it actually is available through random drops in the actual world, but whether or not this thing itself actually is going to come out to be something I want. 97 legendary shards for this exotic engram in itself. Let's see, what do I actually get? Fingers crossed, please be something good. We got the Ashen Wake. Well, that's not horrible. I mean, I have got my Doomfang Pauldron, which isn't bad. What's the roll on this? 57. Okay. Well, that in itself is pretty freaking nice. That's kind of decent. I like that. This thing in itself isn't horrible. Again, the main perk on it being Bring the Heat. Fusion grenades now explode on impact and gain increased throw speed. These things in themselves are definitely unique. They do actually look pretty freaking cool. And I will actually have to state, maybe I will use them out just because they actually have some good rolls on them. And yeah, that's probably the only reason, because mainly these things in themselves actually aren't my choice because I don't really like fusion grenades. But saying that, these things could be freaking beastly. They are already pretty much the same level as the gauntlets have already got, or same thing as the gauntlets already got. Well, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, these things in themselves aren't actually too bad. I'm definitely going to try them out in Crucible and probably in PvE and see how they actually go. But anyway, this has been Zor's location and inventory for the weekend. It's been ZacNovak. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. Apologies once again for, me just pretty much being horrible and not actually knowing how to do my content and stuff like that. And mainly being depressed. I've got a depression, it's true. How about you? No, I won't actually ask that. But yeah, anyway, this has been ZacNovak. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, click the like button down below, do all the good stuff. Sharing like Karen if he was Ed Sheeran. But until next time, this is ZacNovak signing off. Peace out.